Evening. Norfolk Angling Club are in the car park. It's Monday night and it's the last match of their summer league, and it is finally summer. Hot, humid evening, and the wind is slightly, well, I'm going to say northeast, but there's only a tiny little breeze. The sea's flat calm. Still a tiny tinge of colour on the edge, which means there might be the odd smooth roundabout, but there should be some bass and dabs and that sort of stuff. So it should be a good match. I might have said there's 27 booked in. Can't remember. Right, here we go.
And then go, no, I'm not saying. Let Simon know what it's saying, Simon. Thank you.
Have we handicapped Julian?
Take 10.
Julian, take 10.
Come on in, Mr. Consistent.
16. Where's that, mate?
Next to him. 16.
16.
Just down here.
Is it? Oh. Is what it is. Peg 16. Under the cliffs. Dire. Right, here we are at peg 16, and yeah, if you fished the Penn Sea League final, then you'll be cringing at this, because I am straight under the car park there, and it weren't very good then and it hasn't been very good since. But anyway, I've got a plan, and the plan consists of a 2-hook clip down, one with crab, one with worms, whack it as far as I can and see what happens. If I'd have drawn up that end or that end, I think smooth hounds, and it would have just been a crab attack, but you never know, could get a bass or anything, so just got to try our luck. And bait wise, there's the aforementioned worms, nice and fresh, so they're good, and there's a couple of frozen crabs defrosting in their shells there. So don't often use clip downs on these matches, mainly because there's no need to. The fish are quite close in quite often, but recently I've been pleasure fishing and done quite well. I've had problems in the past with bait clips not coming undone and all that sort of stuff, but more recently I've had a lot more luck. I have been on the bottom near the lead. I've been using these, and these are really common on the match scene. I've seen loads of people use them, and some really good anglers alongside me this year have been clipping baits down, multiple baits on the Cascade rigs, and these guys, oh, if I can get it back, are the ones I've seen used to great effect. So this is Ben Arnold's company, and very good match angler, so he's gonna, if he's standing by them and everyone else is, then they are gonna be good. But I've ordered some this week and I've stuck some rigs with them on, so we'll see if we can catch any fish. I know they work, so it's just a case of getting lucky and see if we can catch a few fish on them. Pegs next to me are occupied by Chris Gates on that side, same as last week, and Eamon Finch on that side, and I'm in the short walk zone. I didn't ask for one, but I just drew out in amongst the rest of them, so that's why I'm straight over the top of the car park. Picked the wrong card out, unfortunately, but developed a bit of a Tourette's problem for a minute, but yeah, I'm over that. Now I've got to get on with it and see if we can extract anything from this. But whatever happens, it's going to be another night's practice, and it's a beautiful evening. Well, the last thing I want to do is teach anyone how to suck eggs, but that imp goes on the bottom there just above the lead, and then 18 inches up in this case we have the Arno bait clip there attached between 2 beads and 2 crimps, and then at the top there we've got half a rig spring and the main line swivel and the snood swivel, and that should be enough to compress it all, and then it should release when it hits the water or the seabed, whichever way round it happens. As long as it does, we're fine. And those 2 components, I don't think anyone will say they'll let you down, because I've seen so many top anglers using them now that that they must be good. Right, 10 minutes to the off, and everyone looks as though they're ready to go. So 27's a pretty good turnout. Last match of the year. But this beach is quite popular with the members because quite deep water close in, and to be honest, the winning fish could come from anywhere. So most of them are targeting the smooth hounds. They're normally gone by now, but that water, the colour in the water is still hanging on. Haven't seen any mackerel fishing or anything like that yet, but someone did say they got their first bass on a lure this morning, so it's starting to get there. And they were here early on, and they're all roughed up and all went nasty and horrible, and then now it's starting to sort itself out again. But I'm sure you'll see a few fish at the in the car park tonight, bound to be some. But what I'd really like is a 50cm bass, because I haven't sorted my tee out for tomorrow night, and that would be absolutely lovely. Time for the off, so I'm going to wander down there. I've got 2 rods set up. I can only use one, but the other one's there just in case I crack off or something, and then I can quickly sort it out. But no brollies or nothing needed tonight. Quite warm, even despite that little breeze coming from the northeast, which is normally a cool wind, but tonight it's quite refreshing. And wind farms out there. I don't even think the camera picks it up. It's quite a way out. And I'm just going to literally whack it as far as I can and see if I can cover a bit of ground with the clip downs that I've not been able to cover before, because you never know. I'm based on all the results I've seen this year, I'm not in the best area, but you've got to try and try and try, because you never know. Right, here we go, same gear as usual. So multiplier down, 60-pound shock leader, 60-pound trace bodies, and 0.35 mono on the reel. And as you can see, that rig is as streamlined as I can get, so all looks good. Confidence is growing. And as I look down the beach, several other clip downs going to get smashed into oblivion. Well, there we go, that one's in the water, so no crack off for me, and it went out quite a way really. I'm satisfied with that, so that's good. Should be a good tide run tonight, so hopefully that will bring a few fish through here. Hopefully someone around me or me will catch something, so we can make some sort of viable video out of it anyway. But fishing this time of year can be unpredictable. Half an hour gone, and it is a stunning evening, but unfortunately I haven't seen any fish. So a poor old start. Loads and loads of tide run. That's a job to hold out there with 6 ounce. So I've come in short because I'm just getting stripped by crabs, which tells me that if there is any smooth hounds or decent bass out there, they're not, because otherwise the crabs wouldn't be in such numbers. So hopefully when over the top of the tide and just on the back of it, they'll come on, and we will see some fish tonight. Not the intended target, but Eamon's come to adjudicate anyway. I have got a dab, so 23 centimetres, so he counts, so I am on the card. So no blank for me tonight, but I have to confess that tide's whizzing, and if there's a few flatfish there, I've literally just chucked a 3-hook flapper on and just flicked it out about 40 yards just to see if I could get a nice big flatty, and then if we that tide ease up, I'll go back out after the hounds. But for the minute I'm just grateful for a bite. An hour gone, and unfortunately still nothing doing. I'll quickly whip that 3-hook flapper off. That just didn't feel right really. Short snoods, the water is clear-ish, and I just felt that if I am going to get a decent bass, we've got to fish for one. And that's it. They'll take a 3-hook flapper all day long, but just sometimes the longer snoods pay dividends, and that dab was on that anyway, so we stick at that. Well, I think it's probably undersized, this one, but the we've got another dab. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's gonna go 22, and the size limit for them in this club is 23. So no, the only satisfying thing is that's unclipping every time, and it's obviously fishing well because the fish are taking it, just not the ones I intended. Never mind. Rig's working perfectly, no one else around me is getting anything, but because of our laws he's undersized as well. Another 22 centimetre dab. Frustrating it is. 8:30, we're fishing till 10:30 and the tide is still ripping round. It's causing loads of people lots of problems. I'm holding out alright as long as I don't go further than about 60 yards, but after that it gets a bit of a short cast. But yeah, job to know what to do. I could put a 3-hook flapper on and snitch a load of dabs out, but then what's the point if they're going to be 22, 23 centimetres? I might as well just hope there's a hound or a bass here later on. As soon as that tide eases, I think just people will start getting them, but I don't know why they're not at the moment, to be honest. But things have got to improve at Kelling. Well, while we're waiting for that tip to smack over with a 10-pound hound on it, we'll just have a look down the beach, but there's not a lot happening. If you do get a spare few minutes anytime, but check out Angling Ambition. That's Di Llewellyn, South Wales. Brilliant angler, and he gives you a lot of good information on YouTube. And the other one is he's helping Veals Mail Order. They've secured his services, I think, but he does some other videos, or he has done historically. But that's Ben Stockley. If you get a chance to see any video by Ben, they are outstanding. So loads of information. Really good angler. I've had first-hand experience of how good as well, so check him out. But I could do with him here, really. Give him a hand. Sunset is here. I'm not doing any good, but first report of a fish has reached me that's of any consequence. So Jamie Childerhouse down there to the left, who's absolutely on fire at the moment, he's just had a bass. I assume it's sizable, probably is, and the typical thing will be if he caught it on worms, because I dug them for him, but I'll find out later. It'll all become clear, but the pegs around me, dire. One of them nights. Another dab on the bass hook. Never mind. We keep going. Dark is upon us virtually, so half hour left. I know there's been a few flatties knocking around, and I'm sort of half thinking, oh, perhaps I should have gone down that route, but no, we've stuck to our guns. We have got probably 2 casts left, so it's got to happen. If it's going to happen, it's got to happen soon. Beautiful evening. Unfortunately, the fishing under the little cliffs at Kelling is not living up to anything good, but yeah, we've had a good year. Been plenty of good matches, and we'll be back again before you know it. We're doing John Spalton's King of the Shingle. I think it starts next week, so there won't be a lot of rest time. Yeah, that's it. Keep plugging away. 2 more casts. We've got the best bait. We'd load it up, see if we can get one. Wincing Rob all night, but he's got a bass on the last chuck, 37 centimetres. So I think that's counts, doesn't it?
36 in the club, mate.
Yeah. Well done. On a lump of crab.
Yeah. Desperate for a hand.
Yeah.
I think they've gone elsewhere.
Yeah.
Alright, let's put him back before he gets me.
There you go. They got to be 42 to eat or to take off the beach, but 36 is the limit to get some points with. Well done, Rob.
Thank you very much.
Thank God for that.
A fish.
Yeah. Couple of minutes left and then we'll head up into the car park if there's nothing that rips that off the rod rest, but there you go. Bit disappointed with my performance tonight. Could have done better, I reckon. But we will bounce back, King of the Shingle next week, and then bit more to do with Holt. What else? Where you'll find out as it happens, I suppose. Thank you very much for watching yet again. We'll see you in the car park if I have nothing to report. Cheers.
Right. Lovely night from a weather point of view. Not as many fish as last week, but an interesting match, especially with the tide, pulling everybody all over the bloody place. But anyway, good results. Right. Let's start with top 5. In 5th place, Leon Smith with 4 fish 62.
Well done, Leon.
In 4th place with 2 fish 67 points, Roger.
Well done, Roger.
3rd place, Matthew, we have to tweak your score because there was a couple of undersized fish in there.
Yeah, that'd be me, yeah.
But in saying that, 3rd place, 5 fish 70 points.
Well done.
And a return to form, me, in 2nd place, 4 fish 93.
Well done.
About bloody time. And in 1st place, was carrying on from last week, Julian, 1 fish 320 points.
Well done, Julian.
Right.
And also, knowing how dodgy you are with cars, you got a free MOT certificate with Jamie's Garage.
Oh, I love it. Thank you.
There you go. It's already signed, so.
So thanks, Jamie. Right. And the biggest round, I think that's probably inevitable. Julian with a smooth hound, 85 centimetres, 320 points.
Just the one. Well done, mate.
You can only have one MOT unless you've got two or three cars.
Thank you.
Right, this is where it got complicated. Biggest flat, shared between John Spalton and Leon, 26 centimetre dabs.
Come on then, boys.
Oh, lucky number 26.
Yeah. No whinging until the King of the Shingle, all right?
That's next week. I've got a whole week not to shoot.
Thank you. Well done, Leon.
Thank you.
Let's hear your sales pitch for next week, John. Let's hear your sales pitch.
Lucky Keg.
Right, lucky peg, Julian, come and draw.
Come on, Julian.
It's so complicated.
Keith C. Who's
Keith Coleman.
Yeah, okay.
You can't catch a fish, but you got the lucky peg. Well done.
Hang on, mate. Thank you.
There you go.
Thanks.
Well done, boys.
Well done. Alright, do you want to say about yours first?
Right, listen up. Don't know if you remember a couple of months ago, I was talking about a challenge match between Joe Plumps's team from down on the south coast. He's been in contact. They want to do the home and away leg. They want to come here first. So we're going to try and get it for Bacton. That's where they want to fish, which is fantastic. 15-man teams. So if anybody is interested in doing it, let me have your names, and we'll sort a team out of 15 men. We'll have a couple of reserves as well, and ladies as well. Yeah, done that. Yeah, so that's it basically, and then we'll have a return leg down on the south coast at some point, probably in the new year. So anybody's interested, let me know. Well, what? I've got to check tides, check the castaways to see when they're available for accommodation for them lot coming up. It's only going to be a one-day match on the Sunday. It's going to be in October.
And we want to make sure that the tide suits us. Sorry, Joe.
Yeah, we're going to have it at Bacton, but we'll fish more towards the village side, so we can park in just over from the car park, and we'll do it on a sort of probably 1 hour up and then ebb tide. So, right, thank you very much.
Right,
Good season again.
Right, another announcement. We did promise a sort of charity match, and plan is to hold it at the end of August when we do all the prize giving and do it from there. And we did say it was going to be to help my charity at the moment, which is a stroke society. So I've contacted them. They're happy to take us on board. So you'll see a little note going out on Facebook and probably onto Pond Pete video, I hope, which will say, you know, fishing's good for you, especially if you've had a stroke, blah 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 blah. Please donate here, and there'll be a bit of a click and take you through there. Okay, and then we'll announce how much we gain at the end of August when we have our trophy bits and pieces
Presentation night.
and Jamie's also agreed to do some more free MOTs, so that gives there's a bit more incentive, and we'll probably run a raffle or something at the same time. What does that mean? He doesn't pay his rent, but he gives away the free MOT.
You get paid in bait, Ian.
Right, John.